year.
The sessions?
The sessions.
I think the mic needs to be a little closer to you.
Here, why don't I hold it like this? Did anyone see the sessions? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I recommend it to you. It should be out on DVD soon. It's based on the life of the poet Mark O'Brien, who was a man with quadriplegia who really wants to have sex. And he ends up in an awkward relationship with a sex therapist who eventually helps him to discover himself as a sexual being. And this makes him able to enter into a healthy relationship with a non-disabled woman. This is a great film. I highly recommend it. It really challenges the stereotype that people with disabilities are asexual or are kind of in a suspended state of childhood. It shows that they have adult needs and desires just like other people, and that their lives are diminished if we deny them that. Now, the film you're going to see today is even more challenging, I think, because it asks us to think about people with intellectual disabilities. And I just want to say a word about this term, which lots of people don't recognize. This is the correct term that we use to describe people who might in the past have been labeled mentally retarded, or some even more unappealing terms that we've used to describe them. So today we call them intellectually disabled, and to see them as sexual beings. So it's one thing to acknowledge that somebody with a disabled body might experience sexual desire, and that's what's going on in the sessions. But it's even harder to think about someone whose mind, as well as their body, is different from the norm. So the movie you're going to see tells two parallel stories. The main plot is about a man named Daniel. You see on the screen. He has Down syndrome, and he's had many opportunities to make the most of his abilities. So as you'll see fairly quickly in the film, he's well educated. He actually has a college degree in educational psychology. He has a good job. He's quite independent. And he has a very nice circle of friends. What he does not have is a sex life of any kind. And he very much wants one. So the film prompts us to ask whether a society that has allowed Daniel to have these many accomplishments has nonetheless failed. It doesn't provide him opportunities for safe and satisfying sexual expression. Now, you'll see that in many ways, this is a pretty typical plot. If you take disability out of it, I'm sure lots of you have seen films like this about unrequited love, like almost any film you've seen. So Daniel has a huge crush on this woman who he works with, named Laura, and she seems to genuinely care for Daniel, but she refuses to have any kind of